Welcome to Imperfect in an Uncertain World, resources for living with authenticity and purpose. Are you a fixer? Do you ever find yourself just wanting to help someone? Let's talk about how the desire to fix or to help gets in the way of compassionate action. So I'm going to begin with a question. Do you ever want to hold others so tight while sheltering them from a raging storm? Make that storm of worries, of debt, of medical ailments, and that's just to name a few things, dissipate? Maybe you want to make the world less scary and a lot more sane. I know that I do. It's true that we can alleviate the suffering of another, but to do so, the roots of self compassion must twine deeply into the ground of our being. Without those deep roots in ourself, we would be lifted on the wings of suffering, and we would be depleted by the agony as the storm of suffering continues to rage. We wouldn't really be able to help another person unless we are practicing self compassion. Now, as a compassionista, I've discovered that I can't save the world. I can only save myself. And that was a really hard understanding for me. And I have to tell you, this isn't the narcissistic salvation in which I turn away from others. This is the path of self awareness. I identify my suffering and gently and lovingly turn inward to alleviate my own suffering. And that sometimes takes a lot of courage, a lot of self awareness to know what is going on. But I found that all acts of self compassion actually increase my personal power. And I'm going to tell you, they can increase yours. Because through these acts, we gain fortitude, strength, courage to empower others on their journey of alleviating suffering. And for me, that's really what an outward expression of compassion is. It's helping others gain the power to alleviate their own suffering. And that, for me, is what this journey is all about. The only person that we can save is ourself. And an ongoing alleviation of our suffering creates the space for us to hold the suffering of another person. And within that space, we listen with intent and respond with compassion while really helping the other find ways to heal themselves. Because as we practice self compassion, we alleviate suffering and we heal ourselves. Now, I've learned the hard way that fixing is not a synonym for compassion. Our solutions for the issues of another are most certainly not their answer. It might help them discover their answer, but it is not their answer. Our compassion is merely guidance through their suffering. And with this realization comes the inner knowing and relief, and that there's a big relief that we're only responsible for healing ourselves. So I want you to say to yourself, I cannot save the world. I can only save myself. And really feel where that's hitting your body. Full body listen using all your senses to describe how you're feeling as a result of that statement. So, where is that statement? Where do you feel that statement in your body? What emotions percolate? Are there thoughts that are coming into your mind? And really, spiritually, how do you feel? Use the scriptures to describe what you heard using all of your senses and really allow this knowing to bring understanding. Because it's all about gaining an understanding of how deeply ingrained your desire to fix or to save another may be. Then reflect upon your reactions and your responses to that statement, and you're going to come back to it over days, over weeks, over months, however long it takes to gain a greater understanding of how your desire to help gets in the way of your compassionate action. and then act upon this understanding in progressively deeper, more compassionate ways. So I'm going to tell you, you may need to work out a kink or two as you discover what stops you from growing roots of self-compassion deep into your being. Continue to gently engage self-compassion as you love those barriers to growing roots of self-compassion away. Do it over and over again until you recognize that this life is truly about you. It is only in this caring for yourself that you can show up and shower compassion on others. And that, to me, is compassion is an external expression of our internal compassion itself. So it's how much do we love and show compassion to ourselves is how we give to others. So I want to thank you for watching this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Additional resources are available at intentandaction.com. That's INTENTANDACTION.com. But mostly, I think that what I would like for you to do is to just find ways to practice self-compassion. And if you're having difficulties with that and you need a life coach, give me a call. Send me an email. But most of all, be compassionate to yourself.